What if India is already preparing for the next war? Not next year, not someday, but right now. Indian Army Chief has just given public hints about it. General Upendra Dwivedi has made a statement that is now making headlines everywhere. He said India is preparing for what he called Operation Sindoor 2.0 and that all three armed services are equipping themselves for the warfare of the future. This is significant because this is not just about Pakistan, this is not just about one military operation, it's about how India believes future wars will be fought. And if you think future warfare only means tanks, fighter jets, and missiles, India's military leadership appears to be thinking much beyond that. I'm Maras Joshi, this is Primetime India, and this is what's happening. Let's first understand what exactly he said. General Dwivedi stated that the Indian Army and all three services are preparing well for Operation Sindoor 2.0 if such a need arises. He also said that India is focusing on enhanced synergy between the Army, Navy, and Air Force while preparing for the next generation of warfare. This statement comes against the backdrop of tensions with Pakistan after the Pahalgam terror attack and India's military response under Operation Sindoor last year. According to the Army Chief, the military posture adopted after those events continues to remain in place. Now, here's what's interesting. When many people hear the term Operation Sindoor 2.0, they immediately think about another military strike. But if you look at recent statements made by General Dwivedi, it becomes clear that military is talking about something much broader. Over the last few months, the Army Chief has repeatedly spoken about concepts like multi-domain warfare, domain integration, jointness, cyber operations, information warfare, and future-ready forces. Now, these terms may sound technical, but they reveal how militaries across the world increasingly see modern conflict. Traditionally, warfare was divided into separate spaces. The army fought on land, the navy fought at sea, the air force fought in the skies. But modern warfare is rapidly blurring those boundaries. Today, a conflict can involve drones, satellites, cyber attacks, electronic warfare, social media influence campaigns, and conventional military force all at the same time. And according to India's military leadership, future conflicts may require all these capabilities to operate together as one integrated system. General Dwivedi has reportedly described Operation Sindoor as an example of India's progress towards what he called domain jointness. He has called it a defining case study, which shows how, when different branches of the military move in sync, the nation clinches victory. In simple terms, the Army Chief is saying that future success will not depend on one service fighting alone. There is another aspect that deserves attention. The Army has also been increasingly talking about information warfare and cyber warfare. General Dwivedi recently revealed that the Army has established structures such as Psychological Defense Division and Command Cyber Operations Wing. These are designed to deal with threats that do not necessarily arrive in the form of bombs or bullets. Now, think about that for a moment. A future conflict may involve attempts to spread disinformation, create panic, disrupt communication networks, or target critical digital infrastructure. Modern warfare is increasingly being fought through information as much as through firepower, and India's military appears to be adapting accordingly. The Army Chief has also repeatedly stressed that technology is becoming central to military preparedness. He has spoken about networking, data-centric operations, predictive analysis, and new specialist formations designed for future battlefields. This reflects a broader global trend. Look at Russia-Ukraine war. Look at conflicts in the Middle East. Drones, surveillance systems, satellite imagery, electronic warfare, and real-time data have become critical components of military operations. Military planners now believe that the side which processes information faster has major advantage, and India clearly does not want to be left behind in that race. There is also an important political message behind these remarks. Whenever senior military leaders publicly speak about readiness and future operations, the statements are not only meant for domestic audiences, they are also heard across the borders. The message is straightforward. India wants the adversaries to know that its military remains prepared, alert, and capable of responding if required. At the same time, the emphasis on tri-service integration suggests that India is investing heavily in making its armed forces operate as a more unified fighting force. So is Operation Sindoor 2.0 actually coming? The answer is that nobody knows. The Army Chief did not announce a new operation. He did not announce military action. What he did say is that India is preparing, remaining vigilant, and equipping itself for future warfare. And perhaps that is the biggest takeaway. Modern militaries do not prepare for yesterday's war, they prepare for tomorrow's. And from the sound of it, India's military leadership believes tomorrow's battlefield may look very different from what we have today. Tell us what you think India should do to always be prepared for threats. And if you have any suggestion for General Dwivedi as well, we'd love to know them in comments. I'm Maras Joshi. See you in the next one.